humans, and welcome to another episode of Gen X Gamer, the video game show coming to you live live on camcorder from Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia for the next couple of months. Today, friends, I want to do justice and I want to make sure I pay homage to one of the most beloved machines out there. It was 20 years ago that we saw the Dreamcast. Now, I have a different perspective than most people. I never owned the Dreamcast when it came out. I wanted it so bad, right? I wanted it so bad. And believe me, this machine is beloved by a lot of people. A lot of gamers know how special this machine was. And not a lot of us were able to have it at the time. You know, some people experienced it for the first time. And if you don't own this machine, I'm telling you, get it. If you love gaming, if you love old school gaming, it's something that you must have, you know. All I could do at the time was read about how wonderful it was in magazines, stop at the different game stores where there was, you know, Toys R Us displays or you know, GameStop back in the day, or you know, whatever video store, Babbage's, whoever had it out. You know, I would just stop and play if I could, as a grown man with a family, right? And I remember thinking, man, this is truly the arcade at home, right? We had a PS2 at home. That was what was available to us at the time. That's all I could afford for my kids at the time. We had some older consoles, but if you told me what it is that I wanted the Dreamcast. I wanted the Dreamcast when I saw the Street Fighter games, the fighting games, Power Stone. When I saw this little memory card, man, that was just like a little Game Boy. I mean, the whole thing just blew my mind, you know? And the one great thing is that the love for games, as you get older, and I don't know how old you guys are out there, but you know, if you're my age, you know what I'm talking about. But if you're not, as you age, the love that you feel for some of the games and some of the game experiences you had does not fade, right? When I was finally able to get a Dreamcast, to me it was like a new machine. I'm telling you guys, I didn't feel any different than when I got a brand new game console. To me it was new, right? To me it was new. To me it wasn't, you know, a 17, 18-year-old machine. To me it was the first time I owned it. I had some games for it, man, and boy was I happy, right? It was like a goal of mine to have that machine, and I was finally able to make it come true. And there are so many great games, guys. I mean, at home, I own only about 6 games for the machine myself. I come here, and I was lucky enough to find just a great deal on this machine, man. And I'm uploading videos and I'm uploading gameplay as much as I can, right? I have other things to do. If it was up to me, I'd be sitting here just playing with the Dreamcast all day. But, you know, as I'm coming here, and I see people just walk by the games, you know, over here, there's 2 things that are blowing up. You know, it's the PS4. People don't even think about the Xbox, right? And, you know, the Switch, of course, they're sold out in most places. And mobile gaming, you know, and the retro scene is very small, right? When I was able to get this, you know, the gentleman bought it from the Sanderson store. He knew that I knew how, you know, special this machine was, and for that reason, you know, he really went out of his way to make sure that I had a good experience, and more, boy, have I had it, right? So yesterday I was playing fighter games, you know, capturing for that. I'm gonna try to include some video footage on here, try to make a montage. I'm having trouble because my hard drive is full right now with all the work and all the other stuff that I've been doing. But I'm expecting to get a new hard drive here in a couple of days. I think by December 2nd or 3rd it's coming. But the specialness, I don't even know how to put it, the specialness, the excitement that this machine created at the time was amazing. You know, it was really amazing because we all wanted Sega to come back. We knew how good some of Sega's games were, and we knew Sega's legacy before, right? And we had an appreciation for the games. And if Sega had to go out, I'm pretty sad about that, but I'm glad they went out with a bang. I'm glad they went out with this baby, because there is so much, guys, for this machine. So much. So many great games, arcade quality games that we were playing at the time, right? Because, it was just taking the arcade, putting it right on your big screen TV or whatever type of TV you had. And the library, guys, the library. I mean, for me as a personal goal, I have learning Japanese, which is a very difficult language to learn, not speaking, but written, which is a lot of times how a lot of things, especially the import games come, all the text is in Japanese. Sometimes they don't even have words, especially when you're grinding, right? JRPGs, it's mostly text. But can you imagine how much I can expand my library of games if I did that just on this machine? I don't know what I'll have to do, guys, but I'm telling you, this machine will be part of my retirement along with all the others, right? Because they all hold a special place in everybody's heart for different reasons, right? For me, it was a struggle, right? The struggle of putting off something that you really wanted because, you had responsibilities and other things. And, I don't regret it one bit, right? I really don't. Because now the waiting paid off, right? Maybe I didn't have the latest and greatest games at the time, but I'm enjoying them now. And I'm able to share, with my kids and family, the joy this machine brings me, right? There's people out there that do plenty of things. I know you guys are having midlife crisis with convertible cars and getting new hair put in and taking steroids and all that. You know what? That doesn't mean squat to me. It really doesn't. To me, it's all about gaming. It's all about loving video games since I was a kid. And this machine represents a lot of that. This machine is right at that turning point, right? Before the internet, before gaming as we know it today, both the good and the bad. There's good things about gaming today, but there's also a lot of terrible things that we dislike. But none of that was present during the era of the Dreamcast. During the era of the Dreamcast, we had great fighters, great mystery games. I was playing Ill Bleed for the very first time in my life, right? No, I didn't watch any reviews, I didn't nothing, right? The only thing I knew from Ill Bleed was I saw somebody playing it, what was it, 15 years ago? I saw a couple of people playing it, but that was it, and looking at those graphics, looking at the big hands, and the movements, and it does remind you that you don't need to have absolute perfect graphics, right, to have a great game. You don't need to have, lifelike figures staring you back at you for you to have an amazing time, right? And there's so much value in these games. There's so much history. There's so much fun to be had. So if there's anything that I want to leave with you is, if you don't own a Dreamcast and you decide to start collecting video games, please do yourself a favor and own one. And I don't mean an emulation. I mean own this, right? Because you'll have a part of history. Whether it's a yellow, you can restore it, you can fix them, the battery's dying. It doesn't matter, guys. Trust me. Every single dollar you spend on this machine will come back to you. Humans, remember, don't be afraid to be happy. And please, if you don't own one and you think about collecting, make sure you get yourself a Dreamcast. Check out that TIE Fighter, Star Wars, baby. Oh, yeah.